All these dumb some go, 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 just like Diego. God.
It's Madden NFL 24, and we're going to see Travis Etienne. He was steady for him on the ground a week ago, reaching the century mark and adding a score. It's the Jaguars and the Titans. All that and more coming up next.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the Sunshine State and Everbank Stadium here in Jacksonville. Today we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap, as it'll be the Tennessee Titans taking on the Jacksonville Jaguars. Alongside... season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Well, the Titans ready to take over on offense for the first time, and it is the now 35-year-old Ryan Tannehill who leads them out in his 12th NFL campaign.
And it felt like in watching the game tape, he got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager.
He really was. That's a great way to put it, because they ran the ball some, they threw it accurately. One touchdown pass, so he didn't, break the bank doing that, but he didn't throw any interceptions. That's the bottom line. That's why a defense loves a quarterback like that. Doesn't put them in bad situations.
Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1. Now a play fake, and it's Tannehill. Cockrell holds it in left side. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That one good for a pickup of 15 for Tennessee.
2nd and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a first down.
Tannehill on first down. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down. You look at this Jaguar defense. This unit 3rd best in the NFL in stopping the run.
Most of their challenges have come in the passing game, because against the run, they've been pretty darn good. Now you got to figure out a way to slow down those receivers before they get downfield and maybe make a few more plays on the ball when it's in the air.
9 yards, and that leaves them just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield. Guy can take it the distance. But a short yardage, trying to pick up first downs, that big guy, always a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
Now a first down throw, Tannehill. Hopkins on the grab over the middle. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag in the backfield. Is this a hold, or did they rough the quarterback? So roughing the passer call is accepted, and this officiating crew not making very many friends here with this crowd.
Yeah, we all know that everyone accuses the officials of kind of playing to the home team, but not in this case. They're just trying to administer the game the way it's supposed to be. That drew the flag.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. In motion right, that's Burks. Now they'll fake the jet sweep and run up the middle with Henry. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Derrick Henry. His 7th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Titans get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Crosby connects on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away. Now Jamal Agnew from his end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Well, the Jaguars ready to go on offense for the first time, and they're led by the former #1 pick in the draft. In his 3rd season now, Charles, Trevor Lawrence.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. but there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
Oh, able to avoid him. And boy, the strength on display there as he rumbles through tacklers for a gain of about 8. The numbers on the ground for Etienne last week. 17 carries, 110 yards in the score.
Yeah, he could very well be on his way to a rushing title, but guess what? His offensive line, they're meeting separately because they want that rushing title as much as he does, and they want to make sure they get him there.
And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. They'll roll him out right. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. He exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision could get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball, and that one was picked off.
So the completion results there in 9 yards, and they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming. Back to throw, Tannehill. On the slant, Burks. Tannehill on target to Burks. First down, Tennessee.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Tannehill with a play fake to Henry. He'll throw instead. Wide open receiver, complete. Touchdown. Isaiah McKenzie. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Titans lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And it's now 14-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the 2nd time here in this game. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. So decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute?
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
But they're certainly not giving much help to their defense, are they? Because for the 2nd time now, that D has had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
They'll fake it on the jet sweep, and instead a handoff up the middle. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Tackled there by Rayshon Jenkins. 2nd and 10. Play action. It's Tannehill. Wesco, the tight end, making the catch. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. Here's Tannehill. And that is incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. And he's off to a very poor start. 2 passes, 2 interceptions. They'll try and see if he can complete a few to the good guys here as he starts 1st and 10. Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now a first carry for their fullback. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Lawrence running right on the option. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. And 22 more yards there and another 1st down.
That's good for a Jaguars. 1st and 10 at the 36.
On play action, Lawrence. He'll get this one complete to Zay Jones. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that'll make it 2nd down. Well, this defense for the Titans, they were terrific in the win over Tennessee a week ago.
This defense certainly has a lot to be proud of coming off of last week's game, because when you only give up 14 points in a contest, you give your team a great chance to win. The best defense in the league is usually going to average giving up 18, 19 points a game. So to be under that, a terrific achievement.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. You talk about this Titan defense, and they're currently 21st, Charles, in the NFL against the run.
One thing you do know, they'll be fired up because they're facing a top 5 rushing attack. And even if they have early success against them, they got to remember they got to sustain it, because teams that are top 5, they don't stop running the ball if they don't get things done early.
And a good run as he manages 7 yards down to the 17. 17-0 our score after 1. Second quarter now from Jacksonville, and it's the Jags with the football. Here's 2nd and 3 as they've got it as we resume action.
Let's make something happen. Come on. Big play.
Here's Lawrence to throw. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. They'll try and pick it up with Mitchell. And he'll have the 1st down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Lawrence. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down.
They made a nice effort to stick it with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football. And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. A touchdown run there from a yard out, and the Jaguars get a bit closer.
Well, this had not been the greatest of first halves to this point. They've been pretty well dominated in all phases of the game, so this was an important drive just to show they can move the football and finish. And now they're on the board here on the touchdown run.
McManus's point after is good, and that'll cut the lead to 17-7. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Tennessee offense set to go again. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had a field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
2nd down, they go again with Henry. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 42 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. Nothing too fancy, just a carry up the middle, but a successful carry up the middle against this 3-4 defense.
And to be able to do that, what do you have to control? The nose guard.
And now he lost the football. Tannehill loses it.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
Meanwhile, Tannehill's throw pulled in by Hopkins. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
From the 50, it's Tannehill. And that one's going to come up a little short. It's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Throwing on third down, Tannehill. And that's going to be incomplete. Contact there. Free. And it brings up fourth down. On fourth down, here's Ryan Stonehouse to punt for Tennessee. Back deep for Jacksonville, the dangerous Jamal Agnew. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's just been looking for some space. Yeah, I'm not going to pin it on him or the offensive line, but they need to get this run game going better.
Sometimes you just have to credit the defense. They came in with a plan themselves. So I think now you try to mix things up a little bit. Get the ball in the hands of some other people, find some other playmakers, but always let the defense believe that he's still a threat.
I was going to say, don't forget about it.
No, don't take him totally out of the game.
On first down, Lawrence. And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. Picked by Kevin Byard. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
And that's now the second time he's picked off a pass here in the first half alone. Again, another great read defensively. And you just see him get in the right position to make the play and get his guys the football back.
After the interception, here's Tannehill. That'll be complete to Okonkwo. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Second down and a little more than a yard here.
At the 32-yard line.
Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now Tannehill. A short throw taken in by Okonkwo. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
On first down, Tannehill. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Tight end has become a bigger and bigger part of the passing game in the NFL, but if you drop the football, that position can get swapped out with a wide receiver in that spot, a running back in that spot. There are other ways they can go if you're not going to catch the ball.
And that's not just his first drop, his second drop of the game. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Again, Tannehill. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. DeAndre Hopkins. He has career touchdown number 78, tying him with both Eddie George and Frank Gifford on the all-time list. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away. Jamal Agnew now to return it. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Back out is the Jacksonville offense and Trevor Lawrence. He was intercepted on that last drive, the third one he's thrown in this first half alone. He'll look to right the ship here, 1st and 10. They'll start by running the option to the right. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. So a man shaken up on the play, and this is certainly noteworthy. It's Trevor Lawrence, the quarterback. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. Now they got to get to the line quickly. On 2nd down, here's the option. Pitching it out to Etienne. And he works free. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 57 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And the Titans are going to take over at their own 28-yard line.
Well, this is just crazy. He's got 3 interceptions, Charles, and we haven't even departed the first half of this ball game.
I think if you're looking at the stats right now, you're saying, all right, who's the leading receiver? Well, can you flip it around and say that maybe he is and could be for the game the way that things are going right now? I think if it's him, he wants to be on the field at all times.
It's 2nd and inches at the 38-yard line.
The final shot here before the break. Tannehill. A short throw taken in by Okonkwo. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. So halftime over, no problem with us. We skip right to the 3rd quarter and continue this midseason contest. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Trevor Lawrence and the Jacksonville Jaguars back again.
And he's got to be wondering what happened in that first half. 3 interceptions, very uncharacteristic.
And even the great ones go through phases like this, like what we just saw. And most of them, they have such a mental capacity to throw it out and essentially start over. I think that's where he's headed now.
He's got his opportunity to throw it out. Let's see how he does. Being chased out left. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
Following the play here, now we've got an injury. Now a 2nd and 10. Lawrence will throw.
And his throw here's incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Lawrence. And that will be incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time, and it'll be Titan football. So here are the Titans to take over on offense. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 47-yard line.
Again, it's Henry. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10.
First down.
A shotgun snap for Tannehill.
Throw to the right, caught by Okonkwo. Touchdown, Titans. 3 touchdown passes now for Ryan Tannehill as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Crosby with the extra point, and the lead is now 24. Scoring summary, 3-play drive, and the result in the end, a Titans touchdown. This fielded right at the goal line, and he won't quite make it to the 25. Jacksonville set to go again offensively. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Sean Murphy bunting got him down.
I think if they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on first down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive.
From the 25, here's 2nd down and 8. Now Lawrence to throw. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
Just what they need, a lecture from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now they'll give it to the first option. That's their fullback. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it. Brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
Going for it, it's Mitchell.
And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Titans, they've got the football back, and they've got it in great field position. Off play action, Tannehill. Got an open man to the right. That's Wesco. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that will bring up 2nd down. Inside handoff, Henry. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
Tannehill on 3rd down. And the throw there going to be incomplete. When they need to play on 3rd down, you kind of know what direction the ball's going, but the defense knew it too.
Yeah, it's a good call because they wanted to put 2 men on him, and they did. Dare him to throw into double coverage. Really what you're saying is, let's see if one of your other receivers can beat us.
So the starting field position was terrific following the surprising turnover on downs, but the end result, only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they ended up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
On 3rd down, here's Etienne.
And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. The 71 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. First down, here's Mitchell. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Meanwhile, Lawrence's throw into the hands of Kirk.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
So it was already a gain on the completion, but tack on some more with that penalty.
Absolutely, and no matter what angle you're making the tackle from, you can't grab the face mask, and that's just putting your defense on its heels just a little bit more.
And they're knocking on the door now as a good run there going to take this to about the 10-yard line. They'll run with Mitchell.
And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 2nd and goal from inside the 5.
Mitchell will score. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Well, fair to say they've got something here in this rookie running back, and he's in for the 2nd time in the ball game.
And Brandon, it's a position where there's often a lot of turnover, a lot of competition at that spot. But he's proven to them that he wants to be the bell cow guy that his franchise can rely on.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
The Titans offense now, they get ready to do battle again here.
Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10.
To throw is Tannehill. It's complete to Hopkins. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25.
And now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
On 1st down, it's Tannehill. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle 3rd of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down. He was waving his arms, wanted the football, but he dropped it. And that reminds me of a story you told me from your days at Tennessee. We don't need to mention the other guy's name, but when he dropped an open pass that you blew coverage on, what'd you say to him?
Yeah, it's really not right since I blew coverage, but since he dropped the pass, I said, well, maybe next time he'll just walk it out here and hand it to you. Would that be easier? He wasn't real thrilled with that.
That's cold-blooded. Cold-blooded.
Here is 3rd down and 4.
Tannehill.
He's got his target. That's complete.
Touchdown, Titans. Make that now 4 touchdown passes for Ryan Tannehill.
And the Titans are able to add on to that lead.
Crosby connects on the extra point, and that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away.
From his end zone, here comes Agnew.
Some strong running at the 20.
And what a return. Great field position all the way out to the 48 there.
The Jags offense now gets set and heads back onto the field. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Titans. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
So that play, I mean, it was pretty well blown up from the start, and it results in a turnover.
Yeah, and when you're running the option like that as a quarterback, you have so many different keys and reads to make that sometimes as you're making them, you're not protecting the ball the way you should, and it gets popped free.
A 1st down carry for Henry. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 35-yard line.
They'll run it again with Henry. And no luck at all to start this drive as they're going to drop him behind the line for a second straight play. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down.
Tannehill.
That is caught. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him.
Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. Back now in Jacksonville. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4.
Henry.
Now the stiff arm created some space initially, but he's taken down not long after. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Trying to punch it in with Henry. And he will take this one in for a Titans touchdown. Derrick Henry with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season.
And the Titans start to open this lead even wider here in the 4th.
Extra point up and good by Crosby. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Jacksonville back on offense and ready to take over. Now, this game went off the rails early for them and never really got back on track. And these fans, they were expecting to be on the other side of the scoreboard. But that is not the case as we play on here in this 4th quarter. The time is called. Looks like a member of the Titans in some discomfort out there.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
On 1st down, they go back to Mitchell.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they blanketed the field in.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line.
So the ball changing hands on the interception, but meanwhile here we do have an injury on the play. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break.
Henry up the middle. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the 1st down carry.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
So that time they get the tight end on the hold.
Normally he's a pretty good run blocker, but this time he just didn't get his arms extended and let go quickly enough. The flag came out as a result.
Shrugs him off. And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43.
102 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. Here's 3rd and 3.
Running left, it's Henry. Fights through it and bulldozing his way through. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. 1st down, Titans, gain of 12. Shotgun handoff to Henry. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
And the Titans first down.
Out of the gun, Tannehill.
Got his man, Okonkwo.
Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the fourth quarter.
Here's Tannehill. His pass caught at the 4. Nice gain of 8 that time, and it's second and goal.
Number 16, a gain of 8 brings up second and goal at the 1-yard line.
Back to the ground now. It's Henry. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Derrick Henry punching it in from a yard away.
And the Titans continue to run up the score. They lead it big here in the fourth.
The kick is good.
Crosby with the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. And now out come the Jags.
Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat.
They'll start by running the option to the right.
Now ETN to start the drive.
And now off to the races down the right side.
Inside the 20. Travis Etienne. Touchdown. Jaguars. Travis Etienne. 75 yards. And the Jaguars get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit.
Extra point from McManus is good as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. And Derrick Henry and the rest of the Titans offense about ready to roll again.
I guess it kind of goes without saying at this point, but he's had a great game, as we like to say, a nose for the end zone, no doubt.
Continues to find it throughout this game, and I'm sure he's got a nice place to live. He might want to make an offer on the end zone for a second home because that's what it's been like throughout this contest. He knows how to get there, and boy, he looks happy when he does.
He's already bought all the property in the end zone. That's the problem. He's going to sell to himself now.
Second and 8 at the 22-yard line.
Henry again on second down.
And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. That's a first down pickup for Tennessee on a gain of 10. They'll try and choose some clock with Henry. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's a 2nd and 5.
Again, it's Henry.
And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down.
So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining.
Third and inches.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11.
At the 41-yard line.
Inside handoff, Henry. Defensively, they know the situation. They stack the line. Heck, that was a goal line set right there.
And it's the right play for them, exactly what they have to do. They want to take away every gap, every crack, and make sure no one can get through it. But here's the deal, though. You've worked on offense all year long about these types of defensive fronts. And if they can penetrate it at all, your runner has a chance to go a
Yeah, I was going to say, it could be a house call. Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. Here's Ryan Stonehouse now as he'll punt it away for the second time. Agnew now to return. It's a 45-yard punt, but a decent return there of 9 yards. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
A higher scoring game, Charles, than we typically see in the National Football